everybody, we are back with Steel Division. And today, we have Gonzo, Matthew, Haymaker, and Immortal versus Vulcan, Demo, Paradox, and Jeff. Next, the armies we have today are starting with me, 116th Panzer. Division income, because fuck it, this thing doesn't want to work when I need it to. Fine. The Polish Armored, the Canadian Infantry, 101st Airborne, the SS Division, 91st Luftwaffe, 17th Panzer Grenadier, 17th Panzer Grenadier, and the Panzer Layer. And okay, so let's see where everybody is first. Demo is on the left, Paradox is on the center left, Vulcan is on the center right, and I'm on the far right. In front of me is Gonzo. In front of Vulcan is Haymaker. In front of Paradox is going to be Matt. And in front of Demo is going to be Mortal. And if you thought I did bad last time, wait till you see this. We'll speed things up. Because my plan was I was going to rush these buildings. The Allies have a slight advantage, because it's slightly on their side of the map. And they have another slight advantage in the fact that these are trucks with a top speed of 80. I have half-tracks with a top speed of 78. So they're just able to get there slightly faster than me. And then my guys slowed down dramatically. So I unload early. They're at the town, so I have to contend with so I have to deal with taking the woods. I've got a Panzer 3L, I've got a Panzer 3H, I send my Panzer Grenadiers into the trees, and my plan is just to hold Gonzo in place. I've got some recon scouts over here, and Gonzo does something I've never seen any of them do, which is why I usually don't put too much over here. In the fact that he sent stuff over here. So, this problem is my own fault. Now there's a duel between a Panzer 3L and a 6-pounder over there, and that's gonna only end one way. I continue to insist on trying to push forward. I get wise and think, I'll get my Panzer 3H out of here. And I leave my half-tracks up there to take fire from the 6-pounder. Not the best thing. But now I have nothing covering this because my half-track and recon are already dead, and it's been 7.5 minutes in. No, not even 7.5 minutes in. Who the heck am I kidding? It's been like 3 minutes in. But at least I got these woods locked down for the meantime. That thing's pinned. These guys are being shot at. And Gonzo's just put. And I'm like, ah, crap, I need help. I've got some Panzer IIIs moving in. Left, kind of run into the same situation here, because Demp doesn't have that much, and on the far left, and neither does Matt. They've got more in the center here. Vulcan's doing all right. Trying to push into here. Doesn't completely have what's needed for that. Back 36. Oh, it's that one. Freaking other round. Range of 300. Oh god. Panzer IIIs. I've had much luck with Panzer IIIs, but they're not good. They're not up against Cromwell 5s. So I'm getting flanked around the side here. I'm not advancing that one Panzer III in there willy-nilly blind. I'm moving my infantry around. Goonie fires, misses, and comes under fire. Cromwell kills the half-track. These guys will go invisible. I'm not paying attention. Nope, I am paying attention, so I don't have Panzer 3 key. Over here, Demo has done a good job of getting assailant to get us slightly better because I have completely and utterly failed. Here. I'm bringing in infantry stuff to try to fix that. My tank just... That was my command unit. And now the circle's being closed. I don't remember them managing to actually cut these people off, but they might manage it. But my Panzer Grenadiers are doing a good job holding the infantry. Marked again. Help? My infantry there, well surrounded. They're 2-star infantry regardless, and Panzer Grenadiers are a bit good. They're holding back Gonzo's infantry. Might actually bring in too close with the half-track. No, not quite. Close the circle. These guys are probably actually just surrender, even though I have told them to fall back. Fall back, and they kind of pause there. Half-track. I'm not sure, because this thing has a 7 armor on the front. This thing can kill that. Oh, that's a Cromwell 6. It's close support. It can't really kill my Panzer 3. Bounces. Of course. Falling back. Track's broken. I kind of get these guys back in supply using another Panzer 3L. Providing some long-range fire support. This side, Demo and Paradox are doing a good job pushing them back, taking this little village there. We're holding that village without any problems whatsoever. Finally, the Panzer III kills the Cromwell. That Cromwell's shooting at this other Panzer III there. As I've got a bunch of, oh, that's Vulcan's cheap infantry moving forward. God, what's your hit rate? Your accuracy is 5, but my guys never seem to hit. There we go. We take that out. Fix the assailant. My tank just died. My my Panzer III comes around. Well, I do have an anti-tank gun. We'll achieve the grand sum of nothing. I do have one. 6-pounder. Get that guy to fall back. They assault up the road with a fast move, trying to get through. That guy surrenders immediately. That guy will surrender soon enough. This guy is shooting across. And half-track is unhappy. Not half-track. Cromwell is unhappy and trying to run away. But it doesn't make it because it pointed its rear towards my tank. Nope, that was the front. Okay, so the front of my gun managed to get through. My infantry, the original infantry, is still managing to hold on to these trees. Vulcan is doing a very good job in front of himself. Commando tank busters getting destroyed. That's one nice clever thing you can do with like the Commando tank busters, because they don't affect the front, so you can just sneak them around into the rear. Not a lot of people do that. That 6-pounder gets attacked by infantry. Get that guy out. Trying to get my own anti-tank gun up. Comes another Cromwell close support unit. Stretsy. But we've patched up the front. And on the left, Demo continues to do a good job. Center. Paradox is doing good. No, not a heck of a lot of movement here, though. Vulcan's doing good. And I'm barely holding it. Kinda fix things, kinda don't. And they keep taking advantage of the little gap here to have assailant, which gives them the +1. Vulcan's bringing stuff in. I'm bringing in another Panzer III. Eventually I get some infantry in there. Six-pounder. So we start doing well. I like this little thing. Half-track with a little 37mm gun on. It's got a 1 HE power kind of effect. It's handy. Six-pounder. That kills my little infantry unit there. My original infantry are all now dead. Took them a long time to do that. My half-track there dies. Mustang takes out the Pack 40, essentially. 5-pounder. But kind of stabilized things for the fairest of moments. This guy goes to fire at that. My half-track sees them. Why are you not using your machine gun? The machine gun only fires out. The machine gun only fires off the rear arc. That is why. My infantry see that guy. That Dragooni's running away. That got destroyed by a 6-pounder because I was going to bring this thing in to hopefully flame everything out of here, but spotted him first and got the first shot off. It was a hit. Highlight the uselessness of that. That never stood a chance, because I was proved wrong. There, now that thing, guys. So know what this is. They've stunned it. Cromwell 5. Cromwell 4 is coming. Vulcan's got some more stuff. That coming in. I've got this trying to come in again. I don't have any mortars, so I'm in a pretty bad situation at the moment. Aha! Surprise! I'm like, great, I've got there right now. Take that out. I'm trying to push up here. And this, a 2-star versus 2-star, my guy doesn't even get the chance to fire before he dies. This is when it goes badly again. I've got the Panzerwerfer launching rockets at that. Trying to counterattack. That thing dies to that, which isn't a huge shock. And now there's nothing to really push back against that, and so Gonzo brings loads of infantry. This guy does the job of flaming out that infantry. That guy nearly kills him, flames that as well. This is a good counter for infantry and trees. That's when the 17-pounders start coming. Trying to get that to serve. Vulcan's infantry full victim to the Cromwell. Left, pretty much status quo. Enemy aren't really getting anywhere. Boom. Not a heck of a lot changes out there. Vulcan's moved up pretty nicely. Pretty thin line, though. My line is more glorified than effective. And that thing just immediately. Which now means there's nothing here. This gets pushed all the way down again. Me trying to get people to kill a 17-pounder. Because I've got no artillery. Vulcan does have that. Or infantry. Got my infantry up there, but I see everything coming in, so I kind of start back. And that thing burns to death. Maker's telling him to attack because there's heavy anti-tank there. Now there's that Cromwell attacking my infantry. Got no counter, but my Panzer IV is coming. That'll be helpful. Nope. Shooter knocked out. I'm trying to pull him back because he's now got this other Cromwell coming. Bounced. I'm very lucky there because that thing's only got 8 armor and that thing has 11 AP. I'm trying to pull this back so it gets to live. Well, Panzer IVs suck. Two-star Cromwell versus a 0-star Panzer IV. That is only going to end one way. Got another Panzer IV coming. Launching rockets. Gonzo doesn't have all that much here. So me and Gonzo have done a pretty good job at frickin' destroying each other. I've got infantry here now to stop that stupid thing there. Vulcan's H129, thank you very much, Vulcan. Good to see that thing go down. This guy back because I'm worried about them breaking through, as that's the one unit from Vulcan and then my handful of tanks. My one tank. Which... because I'm trying to use this thing to flank around. Not doing the best job. You know, I do like the front machine gun turning it all the way around to shoot that way, but, well. So we do manage to clear that guy out. Get some more infantry. Demo and Paradox are doing very good over here. Look how far Demo's gotten up through there. 3-star units to help. Careful about getting too close to those Royal Marines. That could go badly. The range of these guys. 200. Oh, he's in range. Boom! Those guys are pinned down by the 223. Strixie right there. Gonzo, despite the fact he's got like no troops left, is continuing to attack. Look at that. He's gotten behind my guys there. Oh, he's gotten behind Vulcan's troops, and he's moving in to make them surrender. Which give him another great big silent there. And I don't have anything taken care of that because my infantry cost me 55 points a pop. And it takes forever to save up money for it. That Sherman will probably kill me. Yeah, both me and Gonzo, very thin lines over here right now. Now I see the Sherman coming up and pull that out. Vulcan's plane runs out of fuel. We'll get Demo. Demo never makes a push for that village. At this point. Might later on. Got this tank trying to fix that assailant. Hoping this wasn't an anti-tank infantry, because that would just be my luck. Gonzo has a Sexton out here. Does that still have the AP? Yeah, it does have the AP. Act as an impromptu tank destroyer, which would shoot and blow up on me. You got my recon, because I'm expecting stuff up here that'll kill all my troops. And, there isn't! There's just that. Which will die. You must die. They're good, and I start moving forward. Recon, at least. Missed opportunity right here, because I could have fast moved up into this area, and I could have stopped what was coming. Hello, 17-pounder. That's what I get for not following my own advice. Because I thought, with the way Gonzo was pushing so much, I thought he was in a far better position than he currently is. I didn't realize he was this badly hurt. But he is that badly hurt. And I am not pushing up fast enough. I should have particularly known with this scout troop being there. Because I've got this recon troop. But then we've seen the way my recon guys work. They don't see anything. Like, the only thing I see is that. Which worries me. That is certainly cause for concern. But there's, like, nothing else here. And I'm not seeing much. Because Gonzo really doesn't have that much. But because of the way he was pushing, he was able to constantly give the illusion he had a much better force than he really did. Oh, my tank died. Because there's something over here. And now they got a giant salient again. Yep, I didn't see that. Good to watch replays, because then you see where you're making your mistakes. This guy does spot that. They've got some more troops coming up. They've got two 17-pounders. He's unloaded a 17-pounder there. Pretty sure I don't see it. No, I don't see it because that recon's in a slightly wrong spot. So I saw a half-track drive up. I saw a half-track wander off. And then he's got his gun in the perfect spot and starts engaging my Panzer IV. So I get my guys out of the line of sight of the... now behind the tree. I get my little half-track thing into a better spot. Could have moved him this way, but... live and learn. Live and learn. Vulcan's moving his stuff in there as well, and I've got my infantry and half-tracks there to take care of that stress. Now cut off. And surrender. Yeah, my infantry is way too expensive. Good! This infantry is good, don't get me wrong, but it's just way too expensive. And this thing will fire way before my scout unit does, which just keeps switching between targets. Now I'm cowering way in the rear because I'm scared of these 17-pounders. But I have brought something in because I want the 17-pounders dead. And so one of them will die. Boom. Why are you not doing anything? You see it, It is well within range. Both of you can see that. Shoot this. Why are you not shooting this? I'm not telling them not to. They're just not shooting it. Maybe the freaking ground does affect the field of fire, but then other times it just doesn't seem like it. It must be. Boom. Good, you've done something useful. So Gonzo's pushing again. I guess he was saving up points to try to do a wave attack. Sexton is running out of ammunition. Good. Yeah, nothing with that little village there. Fighting continues to be on this road. And it's going very well. Still got the 3-star Stug. Deactivated the high explosive rounds just in case something more... a better target comes along. Got an 88. Boom. Doing a good job. I like how the 88 moves at 13, which is the same speed as guns far smaller. Like, even this thing's smaller. It moves at 10. Yeah, I don't get the logic that Eugen's using sometimes. Now, they did use their force push here and managed to break through. I just didn't have that much there. They also have more infantry than I do here. And they've got fire support in the form of the Command M22 Locust. I've got some of my guys falling back in the hopes that they don't end up surrendering. Got a 17-pounder over there. But yeah, things have gone very badly. We've got a Panther coming in, and Vulcan has 2 anti-tank guns. Why are there 2 anti-tank guns coming in like this? I don't know. Next question. Is Vulcan paying attention to him? Nope. So they drive. Boom. And boom. Now they do have high explosive, which is kind of nice. But yeah, that was... oh well. Such is life. Can't criticize him. I'm pretty freaking screwed up at the moment, too. Here comes some more of my infantry. Here comes some of Vulcan's stuff. My supply truck just ran the flying crap out of there. And I've got my 2 Panzer IVs hiding behind the tree to keep the 17-pounder out of line of sight. Downside is I can't see the 17-pounder. There we go, my infantry show back up. These guys managed to hold that assailant so they don't get through. My tank takes out that Sherman. This thing is slowly sneaking its way around. Get in the line of sight. Vulcan's guy kind of goes off elsewhere. So yeah, I'm not paying attention to this. In fact, I don't even know it's there. Then... oh, that could have been nice if you actually made... that will move into position. There. Sneaking, it's sneaking, it's sneaking. Let's see it. Control. It can see my tank. The ground is such that he cannot shoot my tank. Gap there is the airborne rifles. Haymaker's doing a good job in front of Vulcan. Our guys on the left, Demo and Paradox, are doing very good to their front. Which is good, because at least our left was doing good, because our right sure as bloody wasn't. That guy died. Yay! That intercepts that. So those guys die. And then this thing single shots my tank, and the 17-pounder takes care of the other one. And the right side has collapsed completely. Infantry. I was like, infantry AT sucks. No, it doesn't. Recon coming up. I don't see the tank, the anti-tank gun. I do see that thing, and then I unload that just in time before that thing shoots. Vulcan's using artillery to try to push back Haymaker. Use my Ju-88. Kill that last anti-tank gun. These are 1,000-pound bombs on this thing, so it isn't going to live. Vulcan brings that out. His living anti-tank gun is there. And that makes my... that made my recon surrender. Oops. But they're ahead in points again because of that. Oh, it's not like the recon wasn't doing anything, but they're ahead in points now because of my abysmal failure on the right. But my Panther G has moved up. So has my Panzer IV. Firefly, 1 star versus Panther, 1 star. Who's going to win? It isn't going to be the Panther. And okay, I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm kind of a pessimist when it comes to the luck I get in this game. Oh, this guy doesn't actually affect the front line either. Immortal... Is Immortal actually leaving? Or is his system just crashing when it gets to this point? I honestly don't know. 17-pounder. It's 1 shot, but there's a group of Stugs in front of it. 2 shots. Boom. And now it's pinned. It's being hit by rockets from Vulcan. But yeah, the right is almost completely collapsed. We start the gate, which is good. He's heading that way. This Panther G has been pretty good. There's another 17-pounder there. That Panzer IV-H isn't. But look at this. Demo the Owl gone into the rear. Matthew's still there. I think Immortal's computer just keeps crashing. Fire truck explodes. Oh, so close to encirclement. Look at that. As badly collapsed as we are on the right, our left is doing brilliantly. This is now encircled. Oh, that is brilliant. So the guy in there died. I've got my recon, I got a Panther G up here, moving up. I know this is an anti-tank infantry, and I'm deathly scared of it when it comes to my Panther G. I've got my Panther pulling out. That guy exposes himself and manages to miss. So now that he's missed, I know I can make him fall back. And if I move my infantry up fast enough, he will surrender. And then there's Ostretsky there. Comes another Firefly that Sexton's gotten resupplied and is being a bit of a pain. And down. Engineers. That's supposed to be anti-tank infantry in the woods, but the typing for some reason glitched out on me. You're 87, so we're getting help from the other two to hold this area. And Demo is proceeding to go into the rear even more. Got a little circle of stuff here. Circle of stuff. Demo, basically the enemy right flank on our left has collapsed. A bigger way than my flank collapsed. Oh, need infantry. I need infantry in the woods. But the E key decided to not work. Boom. 17-pounder. Probably got the flank of that thing. We're struggling to hold them over here. I know where that 17-pounder is, so here comes my Ju-88. Firefly lost to Panther G or the other thing. 17-pounder is dead. Once they're spotted, they're so insanely vulnerable. Demo's bringing stuff up. Help. Vulcan's got STUHs, which are good to have. Infantry support. Stubby little 105. Very nice to have a stubby little... In fact, I'm bringing in stubby 150s. Trying to use this tank to, like, cover the trees here, the little orchard. But... just isn't quite going so well for him. And he's just a bit too close. Now there's two anti-tank units that are attacking him. I've got two grills coming. It's taken out. There's a Cromwell 6 over there. No AP power, though. Vulcan... the way Vulcan... not Vulcan, but the way Gonzo pushes... he can be in an abysmal situation, but it will seem like he's in a good spot because he pushes so hard. Boom. Half of the Stretsky unit just gone in a single shot. I like these little... few people use them, but boy, can they blow shit the fuck up. Boom. And that unit is much less of a problem now. Boom. This guy's switching targets. Aiming at that now. Boom. And it even does damage to that unit. So that died. Oh, Firefly there killed it. Trying to get my guy out of the way. Panther G sees it. Panther G starts shooting at it. Ooh, look at that shell pop. Nope. Nope. Doy. Boom. Falling back. This sees that and explodes it. It really had to hit right away. And that thing drops bombs on my Panther G, which will cause it to fall back. We managed to damage the Sexton, so it's not firing as effectively. Panther G is falling back, which is quite dangerous at the moment. And this scared me. Because here comes this command unit. Makes himself known. My guy turns to fire. It's like, who's going to fire first? Him? No. The grill's like, screw you. The left has done amazingly well. Carried it through. Right. I'm just trying to live. German 5 is bailed out. Panzer 4H is coming. Boom. Plane's pulling back because I tried to get that. There's nothing there anymore, but you can't. Once the artillery starts coming in, you can't actually really stop it. And no one knows that there's nothing. No one really has good eyes on it.
Achtung, Feind im Nahbereich.
M22. This can actually kill that, despite the fact this is only HE power. That can kill that. Up neutral. Means I get to see someone else's kill to death ratio. But oh well. Team. Gonzo. Mostly losses, but the way he played, it made it seem like he was in a good position the entire time. Matthew. Mostly losses. Haymaker. Mostly losses. Immortal, mostly losses. I come out slightly behind again. Paradox comes out almost 2-1. Freaking Demo the Owl almost comes out 3-1, and Vulcan comes out ahead 3-2. Me, it's all basically just... I was not doing well today. Look at that. My Panzer there. Must be looking at Gonzo. Yeah, I'm looking at Gonzo. So, his most damaging thing was the Cromwell. He did do good with the 6-pounder. That 6-pounder did not pay for itself. Cromwell. And another Sherman. And the 17-pounder did damage. Go. My heaviest losses, my heaviest kills were the Panzer 4, Panzer 3, got Carrier, Cromwell, Stewart. Panzer 3L, Universal, you did not pay for. This thing got a 6-pounder, old dinky machine gun. Pack 38 got a Cromwell. Panzerwerfer got 2 anti-tank guns and a bunch of infantry. You got infantry, even though you're supposed to be anti-tank. This guy got infantry. Oh, because I was Vulcan. The Panzer 3 got a bunch of stuff there. Panzer 4H. That thing got a Streltsy. Panzer 4 to Streltsy. You to Streltsy. Did not pay for yourself. This guy paid for himself. 3 17-pounders, because 17-pounders are vulnerable. Unless they're properly supported. These things can be good if you're in a defensive position and they're supported. But it's so rare I can get them into a position like that. Not with these things. Panzer 4 paid for itself. Panther G paid for itself. Grenadier definitely paid for itself. Oh, that's a question. 4. X-75 did good. Vulcan. Panther did good again. Pioneer, that's not mine. The grill. That poor command unit. Like, shit, he's gonna fire a peat at us. Boom! Grills. Used correctly. I find them more useful than anti-tank guns. Panther and fire. That was a good battle. Good all around, everybody. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also go check out Vulcan, because he's got far more Field Division videos than I do. See ya. Thank you all for watching my video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to hit that stupid little bell thing that YouTube has added, because otherwise you won't get notifications of any new videos if you subscribe. Also, follow me on Twitter, @GenJeft, as I always have my video updates on there, so you will never miss a video if you're on my Twitter feed, because it'll all be posted. And any other dumbass comment I make as well. So, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.